Jump roping is all over Instagram, and I was curious how this toy for kids turned into a fitness craze.
That is so fast.
Lorien started jumping last year and has been posting her journey on Instagram. She went from a newbie jumper to this speedy freestyler.
What do you like about jump roping?
It's something that anyone can learn. It's not so difficult that it feels totally impossible, but it's also challenging, so it does really work your mind and your body.
Jump roping is one of the most efficient cardio workouts, and it looks like a lot of fun too. So I decided to give it a try.
What is your advice to beginners?
So number one, choose the right rope. A wire rope is going to be very difficult to learn on. It moves very fast. You actually want something that doesn't move so fast. Beaded is my preference. This is a beaded rope, and it's basically you have these, I use 1-inch beads. Beads basically provide more feedback. You can just feel and hear the rope moving around you, so you know when to jump.
Step 1, check.
The second one is rope length. Make sure that your rope is long enough that it clears your feet when you're jumping, but not so long that there's too much rope hitting the floor. Without the handles, the rope should come up to the bottom of your chest, somewhere between there and your belly button, and a beginner would probably be at the top end of that.
Now it's time to learn the basic bounce. Her third tip is to set the rope down and practice the right form.
You're jumping low to the ground, you're on your toes. You shouldn't really let your heels touch the ground at any time. You shouldn't kick your feet back. You want to keep your knees loose, but your legs are pretty much straight, just a slight bend at the knee.
She also suggested shaking your hands like you're shaking water off them. And yes, I feel absolutely ridiculous doing this, but it's better to get the form right now before getting whipped by the rope.
Take it step by step, get your basic bounce. Don't expect to be able to do loads of jumps in a row without tripping, and do expect to be whipped quite a bit. It's very normal.
Let's start with some basic jumps.
I started practicing every morning, and this is where her next tip comes in handy. Don't do too much too soon.
As a beginner, when you get started, you shouldn't be doing really more than 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Otherwise, you can experience overuse injuries.
This was the easiest rule to follow because it's exhausting. After a couple minutes of jumping rope, I needed to catch my breath.
Okay, I need a break.
I was getting the hang of the basic bounce and was ready to take on some beginner challenges.
Once you've mastered the basic bounce, you can move on to things like crossovers and then side swings, and also the boxer step. You're still on both feet, but you're transferring your weight between each one.
After weeks of practice, I learned that jump roping is even harder than it looks. It took me a while to get into the swing of things, but slowly the tricks became easier and easier, and eventually I was nailing crossovers, and then I was addicted. My record is 6 in a row.
When you get the skills, it's just so cool to be able to do something. It's so satisfying.